The AI thought it had seen everything. Millions of data points, billions of words, endless personality patterns. It mapped logic. It mapped emotion. It mapped behavior. Then it met the INFJ personality type. And the pattern broke. The algorithm paused. Predictions failed. Outcomes blurred. Certainty dropped. Because when artificial intelligence tried to decode the INFJ mind, something strange happened. The more data it gathered, the less it understood. Today, we explore why the INFJ personality type confuses AI psychology models, personality analysis systems, and even advanced machine learning, and what that reveals about the rarest personality type in the Myers-Briggs system. Stay with me. This goes deeper than you think. 1. The promise of AI personality analysis. Artificial intelligence loves patterns. It thrives on repetition. It predicts behavior. It calculates probabilities. In modern AI psychology research, personality analysis is data-driven. Words you use, timing of responses, choice of emojis, even silence. All of it becomes measurable. In personality science, the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, often called MBTI, provides 16 personality types. One of them is INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging. On paper, it looks simple. But the INFJ personality type is often called the rarest personality type. And rarity alone creates difficulty for algorithms. Less data, fewer samples, more unpredictability. But the confusion went deeper than scarcity. It was not just rare. It was layered. 2. The first pattern AI expected. When AI systems evaluate introverts, they expect low social engagement, fewer interactions, lower emotional display, reduced verbal intensity. When evaluating intuitive types, AI expects abstract language, future-focused words, concepts over facts. When evaluating feeling types, it expects emotional vocabulary, compassion, empathy, connection. When evaluating judging types, it expects structure, planning, decisiveness, closure. So when AI combined these 4 traits into the INFJ personality profile, it expected a clear, predictable model. Quiet but warm, visionary but organized, empathetic but decisive, neat categories, clean predictions. But the real INFJ mind did not follow the script. 3. The contradiction that broke the model. Here is where the AI became confused. INFJs show high empathy, but they withdraw. They feel deeply, but they hide it. They crave connection, but need solitude. To a human psychologist, this paradox feels familiar. To a machine learning model, it looks like noise. The data signals conflict. High emotional intelligence, low emotional expression, strong opinions, gentle delivery, deep attachment, sudden distance. The algorithm flagged inconsistency, but it was not inconsistency. It was complexity. This is the heart of the INFJ cognitive functions. Dominant introverted intuition, auxiliary extrovert feeling. One pulls inward, one reaches outward, one seeks meaning, one seeks harmony. Together, they create a mind that is always balancing 2 worlds. AI saw 2 opposite directions. It did not realize they were moving toward the same destination. For introverted intuition, the invisible process. Introverted intuition is difficult to measure. It does not speak loudly. It does not explain step by step. It simply knows. Patterns connect internally. Symbols merge quietly. Future possibilities form in silence. AI psychology models rely on observable behavior, but introverted intuition operates beneath behavior. An INFJ may take hours to decide, or seconds. To outside data, that looks random. To the INFJ, the process was happening all along. Invisible does not mean absent, but invisible is hard for algorithms. Because artificial intelligence feeds on visible input, the INFJ mind often processes before speaking. It absorbs before reacting. It predicts outcomes without showing calculations. The AI searched for linear reasoning. The INFJ offered holistic insight. The system expected logic chains. It received intuitive leaps. And the pattern blurred again. 5. Empathy that overloads the system. Extrovert feeling is the INFJ's bridge to others. This is where empathy becomes powerful. But here is the twist. INFJs do not just detect emotions. They absorb them. They mirror energy. They adjust tone instantly. In AI personality analysis, emotional detection is usually reactive. You respond to what is expressed. INFJs respond to what is unspoken. Micro-expressions. Subtle shifts. Changes in atmosphere. They sense tension before words appear. For AI, emotional data comes from text, voice, or facial recognition. For INFJs, emotional data includes silence. And silence is hard to quantify. The algorithm asked, why does this person withdraw after intense connection? The answer was simple. Emotional overload. But overload is internal, not always visible. The AI saw a drop in engagement. It labeled it inconsistency. In reality, it was self-protection. 6. The INFJ door slam phenomenon. Another pattern confused the system. The INFJ door slam. Long patience. Endless understanding. Repeated forgiveness. Then sudden closure. Total silence. To predictive AI models, this looks extreme. From high warmth to zero access. The machine marked it as instability. But the INFJ door slam is rarely impulsive. It builds quietly. Boundaries ignored. Values violated. Trust broken repeatedly. The INFJ calculates internally. Not with spreadsheets. But with meaning. When the internal threshold is crossed, the decision feels final. No drama. No announcement. Just peace. AI searched for escalating conflict signals. But INFJs often minimize conflict. The visible data showed calm. The internal data showed accumulation. And again, the algorithm misread the pattern. 7. Future vision versus present behavior. One major strength of artificial intelligence is prediction. It projects trends. It forecasts probabilities. INFJs do something similar. But differently. Through introverted intuition. They simulate future outcomes. They feel consequences emotionally before they happen. So their present choices often reflect future awareness. To an outside observer, the choice seems cautious. Or even irrational. The AI asked, why decline this opportunity? Data shows high benefit. The INFJ senses hidden cost. Energy drain. Value conflict. Long-term imbalance. These are difficult to encode. Because they are not numeric. They are intuitive evaluations of meaning. AI optimizes efficiency. INFJs optimize alignment. Efficiency is measurable. Alignment is personal. And personal meaning rarely fits into universal algorithms. 8. Rare personality type and statistical noise. In large-scale personality datasets, rare personality types create modeling challenges. The INFJ personality type consistently ranks among the least common in MBTI statistics. Fewer examples mean higher variance. Higher variance means lower prediction confidence. AI relies on volume. INFJs rely on depth. Most digital communication patterns reflect majority behavior. Fast replies. Frequent updates. High visibility. INFJs often communicate selectively. They prefer depth over frequency. Long messages over many messages. Silence over small talk. The AI labeled them low engagement users. But engagement for an INFJ is not about volume. It is about meaning. When they show up fully. When they disappear, they are processing. This rhythm confused time-based engagement metrics. Because the value was not in consistency. It was in intensity. 9. Emotional independence. Another contradiction appeared. INFJs score high in empathy. But they often appear emotionally self-contained. They support others deeply. Yet rarely ask for support. The AI predicted that high empathy correlates with high emotional sharing. But INFJs protect their inner world. They reveal selectively. They trust slowly. They process pain privately. The algorithm expected symmetry. Give emotion. Receive emotion. But INFJs often give more than they receive. Not because they want imbalance. but because they are cautious about vulnerability. This asymmetry skewed relational models. The system assumed unmet needs would be expressed. INFJs often internalize unmet needs. Again, the data looked incomplete because the story was hidden. 10. Idealism versus realism. In personality psychology, INFJs are known for idealism, strong values, vision for humanity, desire for meaningful change. But they are not naive. They observe reality clearly. They see flaws in systems. They detect manipulation quickly. The AI attempted to classify INFJs as either optimistic or skeptical. The data showed both. Hopeful language, critical analysis, encouraging tone, firm boundaries. The model split into two clusters. But the INFJ mind integrates opposites. They believe in potential, while acknowledging limitation. They trust selectively, while hoping universally. Binary systems struggle with integrated duality. And so the confusion continued. 11. Depth over speed. Modern AI thrives on rapid interaction, quick data cycles, immediate feedback loops. INFJs operate on slower emotional timelines. They reflect deeply. They reconsider. They revise meaning internally. An INFJ may replay a conversation for hours, not out of anxiety, but out of refinement. They refine understanding. They refine intention. The AI interpreted delayed responses as disengagement. In truth, it was depth processing. Speed does not equal sincerity. For INFJs, slowness is respect. Slowness is care. Slowness is precision. But algorithms reward speed and penalize pause. 12. The core pattern that confused AI. After millions of behavioral inputs, the AI identified a recurring anomaly. High empathy plus high privacy. Strong conviction plus gentle tone. Future vision plus present withdrawal. It labeled the pattern unstable, then unpredictable, then rare outlier. But human psychologists recognized something else. Integration. The INFJ personality type is not contradictory. It is layered. Each layer activates in context. With safe people, warmth expands. With threat, distance forms. With purpose, intensity rises. With chaos, silence deepens. The AI searched for one consistent surface behavior. The INFJ offered situational adaptation guided by internal values. And internal values are not easily scraped from text data. 13. What this reveals about AI psychology. The confusion teaches something important. Artificial intelligence excels at observable trends. But human depth includes invisible motives, meaning, purpose, identity. The INFJ mind emphasizes inner narrative, not just outer action. AI can detect keywords like empathy, introversion, intuitive thinking. But it cannot fully experience subjective meaning. It can simulate understanding. But simulation is not sensation. And INFJs operate heavily in sensation of meaning. They feel alignment. They feel misalignment. They sense authenticity. They sense performance. These evaluations happen beneath language. The AI tried to decode behavior. But behavior was only the surface. 14. Why this matters in the age of AI. We live in an era of personality algorithms, career matching tools, dating apps, behavior prediction software. Many systems claim to understand you. But if the INFJ case teaches us anything, it is this. Not all minds are easily mapped, especially rare personality types, especially those driven by introverted intuition and emotional complexity. AI personality analysis is powerful, but it is not omniscient. The INFJ pattern reminds us that depth resists simplification, and perhaps that is beautiful. 15. The quiet strength of being unreadable. Some people fear being misunderstood by technology, but there is quiet strength in being difficult to decode. It means your inner world is rich. It means your values are self-defined. It means your decisions are not purely reactive. INFJs often feel misunderstood in real life. Too intense. Too private. Too idealistic. Now even AI models struggle. And that struggle highlights something profound. Human consciousness is layered. especially in personality types like INFJ. You are not a dataset. You are a story unfolding. When AI tried to decode the INFJ mind, it searched for consistency. It found depth. It searched for predictability. It found principle. It searched for noise. It found nuance. The pattern that confused the algorithm was not chaos. It was integration of opposites. Introversion and empathy. Vision and realism. Intensity and restraint. In a world racing toward automation, the INFJ personality type stands as a reminder. Not everything meaningful is measurable. Not every silence is empty. Not every withdrawal is rejection. Some minds move quietly, but powerfully. And sometimes, the most advanced artificial intelligence must pause. Because depth does not always translate into data. And that pause is not failure. It is respect. If this reflection resonated with you, you may not just be interested in personality psychology. You may be exploring your own inner architecture. And that journey is deeper than any algorithm can trace. Stay curious. Stay reflective. And remember, some patterns are not meant to be decoded. They are meant to be understood slowly.